So, in regards to the steps, that was something that was inaccurate. My daughter, the phone that my daughter had on her person at that time was not an active cellular phone. It didn't have cellular data, and the only way that it could work is if it was connected to Wi-Fi. Once leaving the community, she no longer has Wi-Fi, therefore her steps cannot be counted, which I confirmed with Apple.
That is huge, because that was somewhat of the crux of her argument. So if that's the case, that is very huge.
Do you have any sense what this altercation was about? I don't have what happened.
I don't want to answer.
Thank you. Sorry, Joe. Thank you for talking.
Any last words to all the people that came out in support?
I just ask that you guys continue to support my family and support Mikayla and support getting justice for Mikayla. That is the most important thing. We are here today for Mikayla and to find out what happened to Mikayla, and also moving forward to make sure that this does not happen to any other young black girl again or young black man. And that's what I would leave you with.
And well, lastly, before we let you go, just give us a beautiful remembering last thought, how you want Mikayla to be remembered.
She was a bright, intelligent, kind-hearted, good-spirited young lady who had a promising future ahead of her.
God bless you.
Thank you. Can you just say and spell your name so it's correct? Sorry, guys. No, it's...
Thank you. Make sure she gets out.
The pronunciation? You get that? Get the name? Hey, what's going on? Can't believe I seen you in person.
COVID got us complicated.
I know.
Hi, I'm a reporter with Patch, and I was wondering if you might say a few words about what brought you out here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Just what's going on in America, we see a lot of things that's happening with people of color, especially me being African American. And I wanted to show my solidarity with the family that we cannot continue to tolerate these violences and these types of situations in America. So when we come out in numbers to be peaceful, to show that Black lives do matter, we have to make sure that everybody understands which needs to be echoed around the world. And that's why I brought my children out, so they understand that this is not going to continue to be tolerated. I have 3 family members that was part of the Tuskegee experiment, so I understand how important it is to come out here to show solidarity and to give the family our support.
What's your name?
It's Santana Scott.
Santana Scott?
Yes.
And are you from Hopkinton or?
I'm originally from Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
I live in Framingham now.
Yeah. Is there anything that stood out to you today about today's vigil?
A lot of things stood out to see how people of different nationalities came out to come together. You know, if people don't come out together and people just allow injustice to happen, that means that they're part of it. You know, so when you get people together of all different nationalities to come together peacefully, that speaks volumes here in America. That means that everybody's ready for change.
Thanks for taking a moment.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm a reporter with Patch, and I'm doing a video asking people just sort of what they took away from today's vigil.
I'm not a public speaker.
Oh, I can talk. What's your name?
I'm Rashida.
Rashida, what's your last name?
Sesay.
How do you spell that?
Sesay.
Awesome. And are you from Hopkinton?
No, I'm from Norfolk, so I'm from like 2 towns over.
So what did you take away from today?
I took away, it really brought a sense of community together, because as a young black girl growing up in the suburbs, it's really hard to like get that community. So to see that this horrific thing happened to a girl that could have been any of us, and to see how everybody came together for the support, like people who've never even heard of this place before are here. So it's very empowering to see that like strangers are coming here to like support each other and to uplift each other and like to fight to know what happened to us.
Yeah. Have you been to any Black Lives Matter rallies before?
Yeah, so we had one in our town and then we had one in Wrexham, and I went to one last summer in Boston. Yeah.
How did this one feel in comparison?
This one felt a lot different because it's somebody who's local. It's a life that was lost locally when we were fighting for someone. It didn't feel as strong connection as this one does because it literally happened 2 towns away from us. So to think that like we feel like we're safe here and this happens, it's like you're never truly safe anywhere in the world. So it really kind of just brought a reality check, I feel like, to me and like a lot of other young Black girls that can live in this area. Because it's hard. So to see that like it could be any one of us, like it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, like it could literally be any of us. So that's kind of like what I've taken away from it. And like this one hits closer to home because it could actually really happen instead of like happening like this.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Well said.
With Catch, and I was asking people what they've taken away from today's event.
Community is what I'd say I've taken away from it. It's not about just Black people or white people. It's about a collective group of people asking for justice, or at least asking for the truth, So, that's what I would say. It's a community.
Are you from here?
I live in Milford.
Oh,
I grew up in Framingham.
Oh, wow. How did you hear about Mikayla?
My niece told me about it, and then I looked it up. And the day that I looked it up, it kind of was like it was starting to get bigger and bigger. And so I reposted it, and I started like tagging news stations, and before you do it, kind of just turned into this, and it's a good thing, because this shows like that a lot of people care, if anything. It definitely lets Black people know that they're not out here by themselves, that they definitely have allies. And like you said, the civil rights movement was not progressed without white people, So,
What's your name?
Janenia.
How do you spell that?
Jania.
And your last name?
Wilson.
Wilson?
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. You want to be my little boyfriend, my little sugar daddy? I'm not going to go.
Well, I understand that.
I'm a reporter with Patch, and I was going around asking folks what they took away from today's event.
Well,
lot of change needs to be happen, like a lot of change needs to happen ultimately.
Yeah. Are you from Hopkinton?
Framingham.
From Framingham?
Yeah. So it hits a little closer to home, especially knowing like the population of like Black people in Hopkinton. Just being in the school, and just being one of like 3 Black people, it hits a lot closer.
How did you hear about this?
Online.
Did anything stand out about today's speakers?
I came towards the end, so I didn't really speak on the speaker.
What's your name? Ashley? A-S-H-L-E-Y?
ASHLE.
And your last name?
Gilpatrick. Gilpatrick.
R-I-C-K. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know the floor got stuck and it was crazy. You okay?
Hi. I'm a reporter. I was wondering if you might have a... No, okay.
Try to tell mom not to go
Hi, I'm a reporter with Patch, and I was just going around talking to people to hear what brought them out here and what your big takeaway from today's event was.
Well, Mikayla's a family friend of mine.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's just devastating what's happened. The fact that there's been no justice, no arrest, no anything. You know, we were misled from the beginning. At the funeral, everybody said suicide, and then days later we hear that it may not have been a suicide. You know, it's all really devastating. We're just out here to show support for the family. We're not gonna sit by while this happens. You know, we need our deaths investigated. It's just so sad. So, 16 years old.
How would you describe Mikayla?
Beautiful, full of life, love, authentic. I was 16. I mean, you know, there's something about 16-year-olds. She didn't deserve to die the way she did. I mean, if there was a fight, if there was whatever, we all had fights at 16. You know, nobody deserves to die. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Do you have is there like a photo in your mind, like when you think of Mikayla, like a photo of the time you guys were together that like epitomizes who she is and what she...
You know, I keep going back to when she was a kid, you know, that when she was about 6 or 7, like that age, like that's how I see her. I don't see her like these pictures of her being a teenager. I don't see that. I still see her as that little cute little girl with the puffy hair, and she looked just like her dad and her brother. That's how I saw her. I didn't see her like this.
Did you have like a saying, something that she would always say, or like a phrase or anything like that?
No, I don't know what she was talking about today. I wish I did. I wish I was closer, but you know, life it just drives us apart. If anything, it makes me reach out to my little cousins and more because she was like a stepsister. You know, her dad was my stepdad. Then they just, lose touch and da-da-da-da. Makes me wish I would have just stayed more.
What's your name?
My name is Sukia Akaba.
Can you spell that for me?
Sukia Akiba.
Is your first name Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
Is your first name Japanese?
Oh no, Sukia. No, I'm Nigerian.
I was like, wow.
No, yeah, I get that a lot, but no. I'm from Nigeria. But thank you so much for being out here. Thank you so much for
Thanks for sharing your story. Yeah.
Featured there. You get to ride the Jumbotron.
Hey ladies, I was just gonna stop you guys and ask you, I'm a reporter from Patch, and I'm stopping folks to ask them what their main takeaway from today was.
That action just doesn't stop with showing up. It continues after. And I'm ready to call the DA and tell her to step down and let this be an independent investigation.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, no justice, no peace. If we have to fight for as long as we need to, we'll be here, but we shouldn't have to. But whatever we can do to get justice for Mikayla, yeah.
Are you guys from Hopkinton?
I am, and so is my friend.
I'm from Cincinnati.
Did you happen to know Mikayla?
No, I graduated in 2019, so yeah, didn't have the chance to hear now, unfortunately.
How did you hear about her death?
So at first it was just an email that my mom mentioned, and of course with these emails you don't think anything of it, and then I saw in the news that it was a murder, and then I read more into it and was able to find out, which is really unfortunate because I feel like the truth should just be given immediately rather than unfolding in the future.
Yeah. How have the whole controversy that surrounds this and the questions, how have you guys been thinking about it? The controversy surrounding it and the questions that have arisen, how have you guys been processing and thinking about it?
I mean, the questions that are rising are just questions that are forming because the truth is being hidden from us, and we have to fight for the truth and fight for justice. So I think they're valid questions, and until we get real answers and real justice, they're going to keep occurring and happening.
Thank you. What's your name?
Mikayla Shabby.
Can you spell that for me?
Ruqayah, last name Al-Ashabi.
Awesome. And what was your name?
Lila El-Samra, Laila-EL-SAMRA.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You too. Thanks for chatting.
Black media, and there was one black rap. This is so great though. I'm saying if we walk out there, keep that. If you guys want, you guys can grab it. I'm coming.
ride his motorcycle to school.
Hi guys.
Like,
I'm a reporter with the Patch, and I was just kind of going around and asking folks what stood out to them today.
are you filming?
I am.
Okay, might not be filmed.
That's very fair. Does anyone have any thoughts on what really stood out to you today about today's event?
I don't have any thoughts that I'd like to comment.
Or what brought you guys out here?
Sorry, I'm processing.
Yeah. It is a lot to process. Yeah, I just kind of walked up on you.
Yeah, sorry, I caught us off guard, but
That's
it's
okay.
good to see a lot of people come out.
Awesome. Thanks. If you see me walking around and you have something, just flag me down. I'll come over. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Right, we're proud of that.
It's not that matter. It's
Good, how are you?
That's right. Get behind me. So I'm gonna ask y'all to move this way because her family is still out here. We don't want to cause you anxiety in this moment. They just lost their child. There's a time for protest and there's a time to acknowledge that her family is still grieving. I'm all for the disruption, but recognize that her mother, her uncle, and her grandmother is still out here. And they're still hurting. While they over there crying, there should be some people comforting them, offering to cook dinner, raising some money to pay them bills that they about to encounter for this independent investigation. I'm all for the protest, but I really don't want to get home and then it be Monica brought all these people to Hopkinton to tear some shit up because y'all perpetuate the white supremacist narrative when you do that. And black people suffer when y'all tear shit up. So let's be clear, real clear. And no, Monica's not anti-protest. So if y'all was tearing up the Louis Vuitton store in downtown Boston, I wouldn't give two shits. But I am anti-disrespecting this family and causing more harm than good. Let your anger be just.
Bro, I forgot we were live. What up?
When they gonna learn that Black Lives Matter, huh? Why we gotta keep doing that? You just be come home with my heart and walk out the house every day. I gotta stand for my wife. That's what I look like. I might not make it home. But you know what? If I don't, this day won't go in vacation again with y'all. What's her name? What do we want? What do we want? Justice! No justice!
No peace. No justice. No peace.
No justice! No peace! I love y'all. We love you all too.
That was nice, man.
The thing about it is this. Appearances. They said, right? You see me, right?
We see you.
Tattoos on my face, gang, I look like that, right? What y'all don't know is that we also own the market. The market, I'm building an asset. We talked about the 0.01%. We all sat in that mother. I'm not gonna swear. Hold on, wait a second. 0.1% was there. That's the 0.01% that worked to make sure that they family got everything. I don't know if y'all read the article, but baby girl wanted to go to college. We already know college ain't about nothing. But she had an aspiration to do something. She had a goal. They took that goal from her. They made her feel like nothing. I got the pictures because I know somebody in the DA's office. We got a whole Emmett Till situation right now. We act like this is it. Out of your mind. We dealing with a young black girl and an old family. It's not no girl with no down. Appearances is here. So we gonna sit here and act like, oh, okay, black people is here to cause destruction. That's what we was here to do. Them little cops over there, the ones that's scared over there, that's not here, the ones that I just talked to that y'all all see me shake their hands. Yeah! I had to save their lives because I know how y'all feel. Y'all feel like y'all. See, that's what we want to do. This is not my situation. But I promise you to God, I promise everybody here, if I was your daughter, what would we be doing? We'd be turning up. Everybody catching. At the end of the day, though, it sucks that it took this for us to get. I just hope that we take this opportunity, this time that we did together. Everybody look left, look right, shake the person that you with. Hey, that could have been the person who could have saved you, told them something. People like, nah, it ain't that deep. Don't leave the house. Don't be mad at your parents. Don't be mad like that. Don't. Next thing you know, we losing everything. Now we all out here, we all angry about something that it could happen to any one of us. I see all these people out here.
To you. It could happen to me.
Look how fast that 0.01% turned into what the fuck the town is. I'm sorry, it is what it's okay. Look at it. I'm telling you to look next door. Look at your neighbor right now. Y'all gonna wait for somebody to die to say something to somebody? Like I said, man. Like he said. He loves y'all.
Damn.
He loves y'all.
Shoulder.
Mikayla Miller. Mikayla Miller.
People are asking what is going on. Mikayla Miller, the girl, she's 16 years old. She apparently got in a fight with some girls or something, some white girls in her community, in her neighborhood or something after school. I don't have all the details. I just read the Cliff Note version, but basically she got in a fight with some girls. It didn't go so good. It was bad. And then basically the next day she went and she killed herself. That's what the police said. They said that they found her and they said that she committed suicide. But her family contends that she didn't commit suicide and that she was actually murdered, or I believe the word that the mother used was said that she was lynched. So they're going with the hate crime angle, and that the police in this Massachusetts town are covering up a murder. But the official police report says that they found her and that she had killed herself. So now you got definitely a few hundred. It looks to be close to 1,000 people. Maybe even a little bit more than 1,000. You know, it's a pretty wide open area with there's more than 1,000 people there for sure who have joined in this town of Hopkinton, which pull it up on the map. Hopkinton, Massachusetts. Here it is on the map. There's Worcester. There's west of Boston. Yeah. There's the Cape. I've been here just a few months ago. I had a great time with Good Boy. But so yeah, we're in Massachusetts. I might be turning my microphone audio off for a little bit because it looks like they're back to doing the leaf blower. I might even run to the store and go get something to eat. I'm pretty hungry. What should I go get to eat, guys? Or actually, you know what? I'm going to order takeout. I'm going to get Chinese food. I haven't had it in months. We're having Chinese food, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck what you heard. Chinese food it is. No. Hey, does anyone know of any good topical ointments for shoulder pain?
That this action is officially over. I'm not telling you gotta leave, but anything that happens after this point, we are not held accountable, us being the organizers of this event. If you want to continue to support, some of the family is still over there. Y'all have homework. You can go home and correct people in your communities, in your social circles, your families, at work, any of those things. There's more work to be done, but with that being said, this action is over. Please get home safely. Use the buddy system. I don't know shit about Hopkinton, but don't go home alone. Peace.
So you just heard one of the organizers of the movement said that from here on out the organizers hold no responsibility, that they're done, and that if you stay out protesting, that it's on them. So basically they're skirting responsibility for any anything that comes up tonight. So that's good.
What bumpers are for?
Video Vigil. Yeah, well, I was behind.
Okay, I'll see you. I don't want to.
Okay, thank you.
This is Massachusetts. Hopkinton, Massachusetts. All right, I'll turn my mic back on when they're done leaf blowing around my apartment. All right, it appears that the feed has died here in Hopkinton. The Hopkinton patch. We'll see. Hold on here. See if we can get some other stuff up about the situation. We'll get it back here in a second. That's a little bit earlier, the footage. I'll get rid of that real quick. So let's do, let's just, for those that don't know what's been going on, let's learn a little bit about the case. No, not this. Not the videos that I just watch when I'm on by myself. All right, let's see what this.
15-year-old Mikayla Miller was found dead last month, hanging from a tree along a trail near her home in Hopkinton.
Oh, I didn't know that she was hung.
BZ, police there said they did not suspect foul play. A coroner's report has still not been released as of this taping, but today District Attorney Marion Ryan said her office was not ready to comment on the cause of Mikayla's death. But in the weeks since her body was found, Mikayla's family has pushed back, calling her death a murder and accusing authorities of trying to cover it up. A Facebook post attributed to Mikayla's mother reads in part, "My daughter was jumped by a group of kids on Saturday, April 17th, was then murdered hours later in Hopkinton, tied to a tree and left. The Hopkinton police did not log either the incident when my daughter was ambushed, nor when she was found dead." Today, District Attorney Ryan...
We need more information, but I hate to be the person that always is, how you say, not exactly sympathetic. That's not the wrong word. Skeptical. Skeptical is the right word. I think your daughter might have just... I'm sorry, miss. I know that this is hard to say. I think your daughter might have just killed herself. I think maybe that was the last straw. Maybe getting in a fight or whatever, but we need more information. But you know, people hang themselves. If you don't have a gun, it's a pretty good way to kill yourself. If you don't have a gun or access to a lot of pills or something like that, people do hang themselves, and they do sometimes hang themselves in symbolic areas to mark, like, this is what I just, you can't I don't know. I just, it's sad, very sad. I don't, no one should kill themselves, but we can't just immediately just say that you were murdered or everyone was murdered if they hung themselves or if they were found hung. All right, here was the mother's speech earlier today. Okay, first off, before you say anything, look. There's not enough deaf people watching for there to be a deaf person at all of these events. I'm sorry. I have tinnitus and hearing loss in both of my ears from years of playing the drums and going to concerts and all sundries of sorts of events. If and when I finally fully lose my hearing, I'm not going to care enough. I'm not going to care enough. I'm not going to be sitting here at that time when I'm deaf reading these things or watching these videos. We don't need a sign language person overly doing it at every event. All right, let's hear what the mother has to say about the unfortunate passing of her child. Because, like, if she just says, like, I think my daughter was murdered and I don't know why that they're not looking for it, like looking into, hey, I think that my daughter was murdered. I have suspicions. I would like them sorted out. That's fine. But if this turns into some like 15-minute, hate white people thing, I'm not gonna be sympathetic as much. I'm gonna think, I mean, it sucks. I'm sorry your daughter died. It's not good. I'm not happy about it. I don't think anyone is, and anyone who is happy that your daughter is dead is a psychopath. But I think it's more your internalized anger towards other people than the fact that, like, maybe you didn't get your daughter the help she needed before she decided drastically to take her life. I need to know more details. I'm sorry, if you're going to make this a public thing and drag this out for everyone and make it a thing, then I want all the details to make a sound judgment on what happened. So let's listen. Let's go in with an open ears and an open heart. This was a couple hours ago. Within that stream that we were watching just a few minutes ago, this was, I think, recorded for this. Or they recorded it, but this is obviously a different camera. You know what I mean.
I never thought in a million years that I would be in a situation as this. However, the outpouring of support that I got from the community, I can't thank you enough. But with that said, I'd like to just read something. Nothing I say today is going to take away the pain that we all are experiencing in this new world without Mikayla. But my hope is that by sharing a little bit about her life, our life, it will help you get to know more about her. You know the old saying, 2 peas in a pod. That was us. My daughter was bright. Funny, loving, caring, and loved me to death.
Okay, yeah.
We had a bond that is indescribable.
Almost like a
She had her own room
like a maternal
and
bond.
bathroom, and I had my own room and bathroom, and we'd meet in the middle just to hang out.
What? That's okay. People want credit for just having a relationship with their kids these days. That's what? You're okay. I'm already tuning us in, and I'm already sensing that this is It's a very maybe I'm attacking or going overboard on this and going, but just like there's something weird about the way these people talk. It's like, how do I say this word? It's this complex of, like, when people like if you're talking to someone at the bar and they're like, oh man, I was just at the Grand Canyon, and then they're explaining their visit to the Grand Canyon, and then you're like, oh yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon too. But then they're like, no, but you didn't experience it like I did. And then they go on and try to explain something that when someone explains something that you already know, but they treat you like you're retarded, and like they're amazed that someone else has this information as well. That's what she's doing, but like as a mother. it's weird. It's like I had my own room and she had her own room and we had our own bathrooms. But like, yo, sometimes we would like just hang out and talk as people, like we were friends. And it's like, you're her fucking mother. I would hope that you spend some time with her. What? And maybe I'm just being harsh, and I get that, but everyone acts like you don't have a family yourself. Like everyone else encounters and deals with emotion and rejection and loss and gains and okay.
To death. We had a bond that is indescribable. She had her own room and bathroom, and I had my own room and bathroom, and we'd meet in the middle just to hang out.
Like families.
I would text her every night to interrupt whatever she was doing, so she could make me tea.
Wait, okay, now this just sounds like you got a servant. What is going? See, these are these relationships that aren't. That's very weird. Make your own goddamn tea, you stupid fucking bitch. For Christ's sakes. This is your daughter. It's not a fucking servant. I would interrupt her every night so she could make me tea. And we would just, I had a bedroom and a bathroom, and she had a bedroom and a bathroom, and we would just like meet in the hallway and talk for like minutes at a time. Our bond was indescribable.
She loved making me tea. Sometimes she would do it without me texting her. No one made chamomile tea for me like Mikayla.
What? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm starting to. Okay. Okay. I get what you're doing here. I get the familial bond over chamomile tea, I guess. I don't know. Whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess. So far, I don't see any nurturing or like of what you did for your daughter. All it seems like is just selfish things that you had her do for you, and now you're just like, I'm left without my best tea maker.
I like it hot with no sugar.
What is this?
I woke up one day a few years ago and I decided I wanted to go and buy a new car. And Mikayla and I picked out an E350 Mercedes-Benz.
What?
We drove off the lot to Weymouth and parked at a 7-Eleven, rolled down the windows and opened the doors and played trap music, and we started dancing in the parking lot. That was us.
Okay, all right. So wait, hold on. Can I get some just trap music in the background and a can we get some royalty free, of course, because we're on YouTube. We need to keep our ability to I don't know, make money at some point. This isn't trap music. This is not the trap music they're talking about. All right, fuck it. We're gonna play what they're talking about. There we go.
woke up one day a few years ago and I decided I wanted to go and buy a new car. And Mikayla and I picked out an E350 Mercedes.
E350 Mercedes, baby. These are all material things. This is what matters. This is what matters. That M-Class 350. Listening to trap music in the 7-Eleven. Parking a lot with my dad's daughter. Yeah, this is high class. Living in the city. What? Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, lady.
And we drove off the lot to Weymouth and parked at a 7-Eleven, rolled down the windows and opened the doors and played trap music, and we started dancing in the parking lot. That was us.
Oh. This is terrible. What a terrible you know what? I'm starting to get a picture of this girl's home life, and I don't exactly think that it was probably the best life. Now, I'm not saying that you should never. I'm not saying that it's wrong to dance or listen to music loudly, but I'm just saying there's a certain type of person that goes into like a very public area to flaunt your new material possessions while blasting music with your, if you said this was a few years ago, your preteen daughter. You see, how do I put this? My mom, when I was actually probably about the same age, my mom bought a not a Mercedes, I'm sorry, a BMW 330i, 2003, and that was about 2008, 2009, so it was about 5 years old, but very low miles, very beautiful car. Still have it in the family. My dad has it nice and perfectly tuned and set up in her honor in the garage, and it's a very beautiful car. I mean, it's now going on 20 years old, and yet never trading that vehicle in. That is a fucking beautiful BMW. Point being, when my mother bought the BMW, when my dad bought it for my mom, we got the car. It had a nice Harman Kardon, I think, sound system in it, right? And we listened to some nice music. I can't remember. Something my mom liked, and it was more modern, like not rap, but like hip hop, Black Eyed Peas, or whatever bullshit that they liked. And drove it home and parked in the driveway, and we listened to the nice speakers out of the car, and at a considerable nice volume. But it was in our driveway at home. No one was sitting there watching. It was for us. It was for us to go, look at this nice thing. Look at this nice thing that we were able to, that my parents were able to get together. They got this nice thing. Ooh, it's going to be a nice, smooth, safe driving car that we're going to go, get groceries, go to my mom's doctor's appointments, Back then, they were going to church, so, pick the family up, go to church in the BMW, go to grandma's house, drive to the beach, nice little trips, nice memories made in a BMW. You know what? On the way home, we might have even stopped at a convenience store or, my parents weren't big on those. A Safeway, Fred Meyer, Kroger, Publix. Might have gotten some snacks, something, to celebrate. Parents probably got a bottle of wine or some beer. We didn't sit and have a fucking dance party in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven. And when my mom died, guess what was not brought up? The BMW. Or any of the material possessions that she owned, or any of the material possessions that we all loved together, because we had emotional memories of good times, of parties, of going on trips in the vehicle that we bought or that they bought, But it wasn't about the physical property. It was about the person who died. And so far, we're 3 minutes into this goddamn mother's statement. And this fucking bitch has talked about tea, and about how they would talk and meet up and text, and how they got this Mercedes and did dance parties. But nothing about who her daughter was. It's all superficial. Because it's a lack of humanity for your own family. It's just selfishness. It's just you. I'm sure you're upset that your daughter's gone. I'm not trying to say that you're not, but I am saying that the reasons why you're upset that your daughter are gone seem to be fucked up and skewed. That's my problem. So no, I don't think that you're going about this trying to get justice for your daughter. I think you're just looking for someone to blame. I'm starting to think that you're just looking for someone to blame for the shittiness that is you that led to your daughter being 16 and deciding that she was going to kill herself. I'm blaming you. I'm going to blame you. Because in the 3 minutes that I've heard you talk about her, you seem like a piece of shit. A self-centered piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't think you're demanding justice for your teen's death. I think you're looking for someone else to blame but yourself.
We love to travel. Our favorite quick getaway spots were Maine and New Hampshire. That was our thing.
Okay.
She loved the ocean and camping.
There we go. I mean, sure, you had to say where the places were, and that was more important. But finally something about your daughter that she enjoyed. 3 minutes and 28 seconds in. She loved the ocean and camping. Fucking Christ.
We're here for you. Take your time.
We did everything. We went to Point Sebago every summer. We do water sports, barbecues, and ventured out into different parts of Maine. We went to Trinidad together for 7 days when Mikayla was 10. Her dad was from Trinidad. The plan was to go back again. We went to Point de Spain, the little villages, Maracas Bay, amongst a lot of other places in the world that we traveled to. She was also quite often my dinner date. We go out to dinner.
Oh my God, it's all about you though. It's all about you. Why? It's all about you. It's about what you lost. It's not about the life that was lost. It was about what you... Oh my God.
And Mikayla wanted to sit in the car after she ate on her phone because I ate too slow.
So, okay. Wait, hold on. We're going to play this again. So your dinner date was your daughter, but then she would go out to the car and play on her phone alone. It doesn't sound like she enjoyed spending time with you. Because I remember being a teenager. It wasn't that long ago. It was a while ago now, but it wasn't that long ago. And I remember, we didn't do it a lot, but I'd go out to eat with like my mom or something, and she was a slow eater. But I'd still sit there and talk to her through a meal. It's like at most like an hour and a half, right? And like, it's not like these kids don't sit and play on their phones. I didn't have a phone back then, but I'm just saying, it's not like the kids. I see them sitting on their phones in front of their parents. I don't see them having to go out to a car to go play on the phone. I don't think your daughter likes spending time with you. I don't know why this has been happening. Okay, I hate how much I like this opening theme song to a show, but YouTube's been doing this weird thing where if I turn my phone on and it's been off, but I was on YouTube before I turned it off, it just plays the next video. I don't know. It's been weird. It's been doing that. But no, this is very bizarre. This woman is not... I don't know. I could just be skeptical because I've seen too many of these people now, and they all seem to be grifters and doing the same thing, but I don't know. I feel like I'm being too harsh on this woman. But that being said, also, it's not like her daughter just died like yesterday. It's been like 3 weeks. And now that's not a long time, but it's also enough time to at least compose yourself to do a press conference that seems... And have something better to say than just, I think I'd have more sympathy or be more like apropos to going along with this kind of press conference if it happened yesterday. But when it's like 3-4 weeks, it's like, okay, you can be sore, you can be upset, and you always will be. Obviously, you're always going to have grief if you lose a child. I'm not, if you lose, my mom died like 2 years ago, and I still miss her every day. So I can't imagine if you were the parent and then lose a child. But there's also something to be said about you can compose yourself in a month to actually get out a statement that isn't. It's very self-serving so far. It's not. It's been about what you got out of your daughter, not anything about her.
Thank you.
We did everything. We went to Point Sebago every summer. We do water sports, barbecues, and ventured out into different parts of Maine. We went to Trinidad together for 7 days when Mikayla was 10. Her dad was from Trinidad. The plan was to go back again. We went to Point de Spain, the little villages, Maracas Bay, amongst a lot of other places in the world that we traveled to. She was also quite She was also quite often my dinner date. We go out to dinner and Mikayla wanted to sit in the car after she ate on her phone because I ate too slow. Anyone who knows Mikayla knows she loves food, all food, but buffalo chicken, anything, was her favorite. I would also tease her about her 16-year-old stomach because she could eat almost anything. Mikayla was only 16 years old. She was my bright and shining star in this crazy world. She was a good listener and had a kind heart. And although she was only 16 years old, she gave better advice to others in times of need than I did. She was calm and laid back and gave her opinion only when asked. But when she did, you knew the truth was coming. She was a mediator and always brought both sides together. It was draining, but she wanted peace and serenity.
I'm gonna do a bad thing here. But the mother said she gave better advice than even she did. What if her advice to everyone was like, I don't know, just kill yourself. I don't know, it's the easy way out. What if that was her advice to everyone? Look, my name is Mikayla Miller, and I say when the going gets tough, hang yourself from a tree and make it look like a murder. That'll get the people talking in your neighborhood. You know what I always say? If they ring up your groceries wrong, hang yourself in a tree and say it was the produce guy. We're gonna find out that this girl was murdered, and I'm gonna be eating crow on that comment. No, we're gonna find out she just killed herself, and it's gonna disappear.
She wanted everyone to just be happy, sometimes to the detriment of herself.
Look, I always say, if you can't be happy, kill yourself.
She was very altruistic, and although I would get mad sometimes, that was Mikayla.
Someone didn't put their phone on silent. It was probably the mother. It's so close to the microphone. Why did their phone go off? I'm unprofessional. I'm doing the show to like 10 people right now. My phone can go off and start playing YouTube videos. You're at a press conference for a dead child. Your phone can't go off.
Mikayla was also a writer. She was passionate and thoughtful about her words and was going to work with one of my clients during the summer as a journalism intern. Mikayla wanted to go to an HBCU and the plan was to tour as many schools as possible next summer.
I absolutely guarantee you she's from Massachusetts. I guarantee you. Okay. All right. Okay. I guarantee she wasn't planning on going to an HBCU. She was going to go to UMass Amherst like every other asshole after she went through a community college. She could have been planning on being a journalist, but she was going to be going to UMass Amherst or whatever, Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I went to a school that had like maybe 10 kids that left the state for college. unless you're getting a full ride scholarship or you got fuck you money, no one like this little girl was going from fucking Boston to Jacksonville State or any other HBCU. I don't care. She might have gone to a Rhode Island college or Delaware, New Hampshire, Vermont. Sure, anywhere up in New England. Why not? I'll buy that. That little girl wasn't planning on touring fucking 15 HBCUs. She wasn't. No one's touring 10 colleges to fucking be a journalism major. Fucking get this bullshit out of here. It's all shit. What you're doing is just writing a fake eulogy to get as much sympathy as possible. This is all bullshit. I don't care what you have to say. If you disagree with me, stop watching. That's fucking bullshit. That is so fucking bullshit.
Also a writer. She was passionate and thoughtful about her words and was going to work with one of my clients during the summer as a journalism intern. Mikayla wanted to go to an HBCU and the plan was to tour as many schools as possible next summer.
All right. I'm going to bite HBCUs in New England. List of HBCUs by state. Let's go. All right. Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah. Wait. Motherfucker. Motherfuck that bitch. Motherfuck that bitch. Look at all of them. Yeah, you guys think she was going? You guys think she was going to all those? Oh, you can't see it. My bad. You think she's going to all those sweet HBCUs in the Northeast? Look at all of them. Guys, they were gonna go tour all those HBCUs. You see, look at them. Look at that. Okay, you're just going to Pennsylvania. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Just don't lie to me. We were going to go tour a bunch of HBCUs. This is how you get someone to not believe your shit.
She wanted to be a journalist at only 16. She was already so passionate about her craft that she already knew where she wanted to go and what she wanted to be in life. My shining star.
What did she want then?
I know.
If she already knew where she wanted to go and what she wanted to do, why was she going to tour a bunch of HBCUs? She would already know which historically black college she would want to go to. Why didn't you say, oh, she wanted to go to Howard University, get a degree like Bridget Lewiston, and become the first black CNN man to walk on the moon? She wanted to become the first black CNN anchor to have a studio on the moon of Neptune. My shining star astronaut, historically black daughter.
She also played basketball since she was 6 years old. She started...
Good night, folks. Good night. Wait, what is this? This is a birthday protest? Also, that guy is like 8 feet tall. I don't know what this is though. This is Toshira's 35th birthday celebration in tribute to Justin's life. I don't even know anymore. I don't want to live in this world. What is happening? You know what? I'm realizing this guy might not actually be 7, 8 feet tall. He might be 6'4", but this person filming is like 5'2". I'm starting to get the forced perspective that this might actually just be Corinne filming. He probably like 6'4", but yeah, like I said, camera person's 5'2". And then you're like, oh shit, everyone's a giant here. Like, nah, not really. I'm still trying to figure out how this is a birthday protest. Like, what is this? I know that they're shouting ACAB, but like, why? Where are we even? I don't get this. Okay, so we're in Minneapolis. Minneapolis? Okay, I figured out what this is. This is nothing. This is literally a protest for Black Lives Matter because it's someone's birthday. It literally says Toshira's 35th birthday celebration and tribute to Justin's life. Guys, am I alone out here? Am I just... I feel like I'm going crazy. And that no one else is just with me on all of this. Like, I feel like you're all ignoring the insanity of all of this. Like, I feel like we're getting conditioned and we've all been gaslit so much that this is just... What? Like, no one's batting an eye that we're just having a protest and all blocking the streets here in Minneapolis, whatever. Who cares? But it's a birthday celebration. What? But also fuck the police. My head hurts, guys. Fuck it.
Please state your name and what you do for a living. You're a horse. A tap dancing horse. Well, you're going to have to do the show tonight. I feel a bit sick. That's why I think you're going to have to do this. Is my horse secretariat. He's going to have to... You are he, aren't you? Let me just check. Let me just do that Westminster dog show thing there right now. Are you taking it all over?